changes everything. You don't attract the relationship you want. You attract the relationship you're ready to participate in. That's not spiritual language. That's psychological reality. Research shows that relationship formation is predicted far more by emotional availability, attachment security, and behavioral consistency than by looks, money, or status, no matter what the internet says. So, manifesting love isn't about calling someone in. It's about becoming someone love can actually stay with. Manifesting love isn't about attracting the right person. It's about becoming emotionally available when they arrive. Manifesting love isn't about chemistry. It's about nervous system safety. It isn't about visualizing a relationship. It's about making room to actually have one. Manifesting love isn't about fixing yourself. It's about stopping the behaviors that block connection. Manifesting love isn't about being wanted. It's about being able to receive. Manifesting love isn't about waiting for a sign. It's about recognizing consistency. Manifesting love isn't about high standards. It's about clear ones. So, let's talk about how we do that. Principle 1, emotional availability. One of the most well-researched ideas in relationship science is attachment theory. Decades of studies show that people tend to fall into patterns of how they connect: secure, anxious, or avoidant. Here's what's important. A large meta-analysis published in Personality and Social Psychology Review found that securely attached people are consistently rated as more desirable long-term partners, regardless of physical attractiveness. Why? Because secure people communicate clearly, respond consistently, and are emotionally present. Secure people don't disappear to be chased. Insecure people withdraw to see if you care. Secure people bring issues to the person involved. Insecure people talk to everyone else first. Secure people don't confuse intensity with intimacy. And here's the quiet truth. Many people say they want love, but they're not emotionally available. They're still attached to an ex, a fantasy, or a version of love that hurt them. So ask yourself, am I emotionally open or just emotionally hopeful? Because hope doesn't create availability. Presence does. Remember this: chemistry without safety feels exciting. Safety without chemistry feels boring. Secure love learns how to hold both. Manifesting love begins when you stop chasing emotional unavailability and stop calling it passion. It's fascinating to me. I was at an event during the holidays, speaking to 4 women who all said they wanted to find love. When I asked how dating was going, they said they weren't dating or meeting people. It's fascinating when our actions are misaligned with our intentions. When you become more emotionally available with your friends and family, open to connection, and show up as the person you want someone to fall in love with, you create more opportunities for connection. You're already becoming the person someone can love. Now, principle 2, identity shapes attraction. Psychologists have known for decades that self-concept predicts behavior more reliably than intention. You don't act based on what you want. You act based on who you believe you are. Studies show that people subconsciously choose partners and tolerate behavior that confirms their self-story, even when it hurts them. The story you tell yourself becomes the kind of partner you allow into your life. If you believe you're unlucky in love, you'll find evidence to prove it. Your mind seeks proof for what you already believe. If you think, people always leave, or I'm too much, you don't just think it, you live it. You overgive, ignore red flags, and stay too long. Manifesting love requires shifting from intention to identity. Not, I want a healthy relationship, but I'm someone who participates in healthy relationships. Love responds to identity signals, not affirmations. Now, principle 3, proximity and probability. One of the strongest findings in attraction research is the mere exposure effect. The more we see someone, the more attractive they become. Relationships are formed through repeated proximity, shared environments, and routines. Love doesn't show up when you're ready. It shows up when you're reachable. If your life has no rhythm, love has no entry point. Manifesting love means showing up consistently in places with shared values. This isn't forcing love. It's designing coincidence. Most people meet through work, friends, or shared environments, not random magic moments. Now, Principle 4, Nervous System Compatibility. Your nervous system chooses your partners before your mind does. Humans are drawn to what feels familiar, not necessarily what's healthy. Chaos can feel like chemistry. Calm can feel boring. Many people aren't attracted to love. They're attracted to what their nervous system already knows. So ask yourself after a date, do I feel calm or anxious? Grounded or on edge? Love isn't proven by butterflies. It's proven by how your body feels afterward. You can fall in love with someone who isn't good for you simply because they feel familiar. Now, Principle 5, Standards versus Defenses. Standards say, this is what I value. Defenses say, this is what I fear. Clear boundaries increase respect. Defensiveness reduces connection. Many people lower their standards early in relationships to avoid pushing someone away, only to set boundaries later and create conflict. Your goal isn't to make someone value what you value, it's to have mutual respect. Love isn't about fixing someone. That's a project, not a relationship. If you want to manifest love, focus on these 4 things. Regulate your nervous system. Align your identity with the relationship you want. Create environments where love can find you. Choose safety as intentionally as chemistry. Finally, love doesn't arrive when you think about it enough. It arrives when your life makes room for it. You don't need to become perfect. You need to become present. Because the love you're looking for is also looking for someone who's ready. Stronger, more perfect. That's where the rush, the guilt, and the feeling of being behind come from. Protect your peace. Respect your pace. Don't compare yourself. Don't try to run a marathon at the pace of someone who is already at mile 30. Understand that different flowers bloom in different seasons. Seneca wrote, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things become difficult." And sometimes daring is as simple as continuing, even slowly. These practices don't perform magic, but they create miracles. The miracle of no longer being a slave to external agitation and beginning to build inner strength. And when that happens, you no longer need to chase everything desperately, because what is meant for you begins to feel your steadiness and comes towards you. 7. A receptive mind is a strong mind. There is a huge difference between wanting something and being controlled by that desire. When you desire with balance, you act with wisdom. But when desire becomes obsession, it starts consuming your energy, your attention, and your peace. Everything around you begins to revolve around a single idea, and you lose yourself in what you think is missing, forgetting what is already present. Stoicism teaches us to observe our thoughts with distance and clarity. Epictetus said, "Do not be carried away by what passes through you, simply observe it." That is the foundation of a receptive mind. A receptive mind is not a passive mind. It is a mind that has learned not to cling to every thought as if it were absolute truth. A mind that does not try to control the uncontrollable. A mind willing to live in the present lightly, without the burden of constantly predicting the future in order to feel safe. When you are obsessed, you do not see reality. You see anxiety. You view everything through the lens of scarcity, urgency, and comparison. And the more force you put into that mindset, the more tension you feel, and the farther you move from peace. But when you breathe, slow down, and allow your mind to simply observe, something changes. You begin to see things as they truly are, not as your anxious mind insists they should be. You exchange the illusion of control for the clarity of acceptance, and that is liberating. A receptive mind is like an open window. It allows the wind in, lets the light pass through, and makes room for something new. It does not try to control time. It does not close the door to the unexpected. This does not mean living without goals. It means walking your path calmly, without confusing results with personal worth, achievements with deservingness, or control with security. You act with intention, but you accept with wisdom. You work hard, but you do not exhaust yourself trying to force what does not depend solely on you. The lesson here is to stop obsessing over what you do not have and what you desire, and allow it to enter your life when the time is right. Because when you stop pushing, the path reveals itself. When you stop chasing what is meant for you, it finds its way to you. A receptive Stoic mind becomes more attentive to what truly matters, more sensitive to the present, and more open to life's signals. The small miracles that only those who slow down can perceive. At this point, the wisdom of monk Thich Nhat Hanh shines like a lighthouse. He said, "Letting go gives us freedom, and freedom is the only condition for happiness." If in our hearts we still cling to anything, anger, anxiety, or possessions, we cannot be free. Letting go of control is not weakness, it is maturity. It is creating space to see beyond. It is stopping the war against reality and beginning to flow with it. Some of the most important things in your life will not arrive when you demand them. They will arrive when you are ready. And being ready means being receptive, remaining aware, and being at peace with the present moment. So breathe. Release rigidity. Release urgency. And above all, release fear. Write this down. My mind flows. That is your commitment to peace. That is the first step toward living with more lightness, clarity, and freedom. 8. The obstacles that prevent you from trusting and letting go. Everyone talks about letting go. Trusting the process. Stopping the need to control everything. In theory, it sounds easy, even comforting. But in practice, when the real moment comes, letting go of someone, stopping your insistence on a situation, accepting that you no longer have control, something inside you resists. That resistance is internal, and it almost always disguises itself as self-protection, as if holding on to chaos were safer than facing the emptiness of a new beginning. But deep down, that is exactly what keeps you trapped. One of the first obstacles we face is fear. Fear of losing. Fear of failing. Fear of letting go and ending up empty-handed. But think honestly, how many times have you held on to something so tightly that you didn't realize how much it was suffocating you? It's like gripping a thorn. The more afraid you are to let go, the more it hurts. Epictetus said, "Nothing great is destroyed by external losses, but by the opinion we have about them." You do not need to lose what is valuable, but perhaps you need to let go of the idea that something only has value if it is kept at any cost. Sometimes letting go is the only way to save what remains good, even within yourself. Another subtle obstacle is impatience. We live surrounded by hurry, goals, and comparisons. We want results before the process has even matured. But calm is not the absence of action. It is the presence of awareness. Think of a freshly pruned tree. It looks empty, ugly, even broken. But in the silence of waiting, new branches are preparing to grow. The fruits worth having do not grow through force. They grow in their own time. And that requires faith. Not blind faith, but the confidence that what is invisible today will become visible tomorrow. Another enemy of peace is rigidity. The pain of seeing that life does not follow the script you wrote in your mind. But was it life that disappointed you? Or was it your expectation that became too large? It's like building a sandcastle and getting angry at the ocean. The mistake was not the tide. The mistake was the illusion of permanence. Too many expectations become invisible prison bars. And often suffering comes not from what happened, but from the perfect image you created of how everything was supposed to be. Seneca wrote, "If you want everything to happen exactly as you wish, you will be unhappy. But if you accept what life gives you, you will find serenity." Flexibility is not weakness. It is emotional intelligence in practice. Pride also blocks us. It whispers, "If you let go, you're giving up." But letting go is wisdom. It is humility. It is recognizing that we are part of nature, not above it. And like everything in nature, we move through cycles, stages, and seasons. Every time we try to force something outside its natural rhythm, nothing flows. Not because we lack effort, but because we are not aligned with reality. Think about electricity. You cannot see it, but if you touch the wrong place, you feel it. Life works the same way. Ignoring its laws does not speed things up. It only delays everything, and when you understand that, life begins moving again, without force, without anxiety. Behind all these obstacles lies a hidden desire, the desire to control other people's feelings, the timing of events, the direction of life itself. But life is not an engineering project, it is a river, and the person who tries to hold water in their hands ends up exhausted and loses what truly mattered. You do not need to let go of everything at once. Start small. Release one demand today, one judgment tomorrow, one conversation that keeps repeating and never goes anywhere. It's like removing excess weight from a suitcase. You don't have to throw everything away. Just leave behind what no longer helps you move forward. And notice, your life will not fall apart. Instead, something new begins to grow inside you. Lightness, clarity, freedom. And finally, a common trap. Thinking that letting go means not caring. That is a distortion. When you let go consciously, you care more clearly. Not from lack, but from presence. Not from attachment, but from love. It is the difference between holding someone's hand and dragging them by the shoulders. One supports, the other suffocates. Letting go is trusting, and trusting is not sitting back and doing nothing. It is placing your hands where they can truly make a difference. In the present, in yourself, in what is within your reach.